where else can you be surrounded by vintage comic books, old retro TV shows for kids, every single person pretty much dressing up in their favorite characters and hanging out, talking about fandom and the cool things to come for both comic books, cartoons, TV shows, anything creative, getting to meet the artists and the producers and the engineers who create all this amazing stuff. Well, you're missing out if you haven't been to a Comic-Con, because that's where all of these amazing things live. This is LA Comic-Con 2024. Hey, have you subscribed to Inkology?
Oh, what is that?
It's the best. Hi, welcome to Inkology. My name is Joshua Lamb, and I'm an artist and illustrator. Today we're going to be having some fun going through this drawing I just finished with Marty McFly and Doc Brown from Back to the Future. Also, while doing a review from the 2024 LA Comic-Con convention, yeah, you know what I mean. It was fun, it was great, I really enjoyed it, but I'm going to give you a full breakdown of the whole facilities and everything and all that they were showing and what I liked about it and what I didn't, as well as showing you this process. So if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. If you want to follow me on Instagram and or support me on Patreon, you can do that with the link down below, as well as I have a cool Discord with new artists, professional artists, everybody kind of helping each other out. Please join. But yeah, let's get into the drawing and the reviewing of the Comic-Con. I did find this company here that was doing something, and it attracted me mainly because of Jay Lee's art. And I was like, wait, what's he drawing for? And this is a really cool universe of Niobe and Dura. It's actually Jay Lee, and Jay Lee's one of my favorite, if not my favorite, comic book artists. They're extremely just clean. It's like the cleanest art style. That's signed by the creators. Also, I have this Jay Lee here I framed because I got it signed by him as well. This is cool. I love this. Ninja Turtles. Interesting proportions he has here, but the style, nonetheless, love it. But actually, I got inspired because I was like, you know what? Maybe I should try some Jay Lee style drawing, today. And in light of Comic-Con, draw a character. Each year, I anticipate coming to LA Comic-Con because it's one of the most fun ones I've been to. And this is the entrance where you walk in and get your badges and get ready to get your lanyard. Of course, I got mine here, and then you head right into the free play zone and the artist alley. And of course, I went straight for the free play zone to see what that was all about. This is cool because they have all these computers and PCs hooked up, and people are playing, and leagues, and it looks like there was all female battles here. Maybe not, but whatever it was really cool. I like that kind of setup of the gaming. Now, Artist Alley is really what I come here for, to check out new artists, how they're drawing, what their art styles are, and it was just a lot. And this was just the one side. There's a whole other Artist Alley on the other building, which we'll get to later. But the artists here are just phenomenal, and it's a little intimidating, but encouraging also. Back to the Future was a big thing, so I was thinking about doing Marty McFly. The crew was there, you could do a photo op with them. I didn't do it, too much money. But it'd be cool to do Doc Brown and Marty McFly, and maybe I'll do like him as like kind of mad scientist style, and more slender, and then McFly here, maybe I'll have him all pose like a, I don't know, something. Or maybe I'll just do Doc for right now. I'll just do Doc Brown. Doc Brown's cool. He'll look cool. Have his own like silhouette thing. That might be nice. Yeah, so that's the reference I'm using. Maybe I'll even throw in the DeLorean. I love that car. It's like the coolest car ever. They also had cars at the convention, and the movie cars, the Jurassic Park car. Of course, you have the DeLorean, which I wish I got to sit in, and a couple others. So they had this area cut out for the artist signing. That's where you can pay money to go get your stuff signed by famous actors, voice actors, artists, anyone famous that they're promoting for that year. Really cool. And then you have the tabletop gaming, which this area is kind of small. They have all your Pokemon and your main trading card games and a few others that are brand new trying to make it in. I was here last year, I think it was, or the year before, and a couple years before that, promoting my trading card game, I Am Champion, and another one called Fragments. Really cool, but very small compared to the times that I had my booth in this area. The larger area, the gaming area and the mix, a little bit with the horror, this is a really cool area. They just have a whole bunch of random things for people to play games and enjoy just community. style playing, and everything's free. So that's like, it's worth the money on its end. Just play games with your friends and just jump on any, system and do it. That's pretty much what I love about the comic convention, is that you have so many different varieties of things to do for such a comprehensive group of creative people who love this kind of lore, film, comics and gaming and all this stuff. Kind of feels like, my kind of people. So I enjoy the Comic-Con for that fact that they have so many different areas. And if I get bored, I can just play games, like that's one aspect of me. But then I want to do comics and I want to go see the, other things and attractions. So this year, I think they've done a really good job. And they even had this really cool like Halloween theme, Mr. Floats, which was beside the gaming stage where they presented all this cool stuff. You can see it here with the clown head. And then they had some kind of themes of darker themes around it to kind of sell and promote it. That was cool. Anime area, didn't see much anime, honestly, but they're just fun things that people were selling and whatever, I feel like this drawing here is kind of playing on a little bit of an anime meets the Jay Lee drawing style. I'm actually surprised there weren't more people dressed up as the Back to the Future crew, but I think they may have announced it a little bit late for people to get set up for it. The costumes and the cosplay is really cool because in the center area of the main hall, after you arrive and you go to the other hall, right here on the outside, here's the inside of what it looks like. And the convention center, you've got everyone dressed up from their characters, taking photos with people, whoever asks. And then you have these big meetups too, like DC meetup, a Marvel meetup. There's Wolverine there, giving me the eye. Then there's the cafeteria with plenty of room to recharge yourself and eat and do what you gotta do so that you can continue on with the convention event, which is really rad. Now here I'm just shading Doc and shading everything in, doing small details. Because Jay Lee's style doesn't have a lot of cross-hatching techniques all over it. It's more of these smooth blacks with this kind of like grass being a field of grass having a gust of wind go across it. That's how I see his shading technique being. I'm putting in Marty here, just sitting outside the doorway, and he's like, I got my hoverboard, I'm good to go. But also when you're at the convention, you can also join these rooms where they have these panels with producers, creators, writers, directors, artists, and everybody who are just sitting there giving you direct feedback and information that you couldn't get anywhere else. Everything and hide it under a box somewhere. Yeah, so definitely check out the panels. But I'm trying to keep this very simplified with all the penciling, because for the inking it's going to be more, I'm trying to recreate the Jay Lee style, very smooth. I mean, I'm not going to make it perfect, but I'm going to try to get those smooth movements and brush strokes that aim in one direction. That kind of makes everything feel liquidy. It's a very cool technique, but let's see what I can do from here with the ink. Let's move on from the pencil to this Pentel brush that I got in Korea. Fantastic, really nice ink in there. Now, when you enter the main convention area, you're met with right away the comic books, the publishers, and the art section, and this has a lot to it. And this is where everyone's going to be shopping for the comic books, and this is where I found mine. A really good find. And you have these little other booths with really cool things. Oh, there's my boys looking for treasure. And it's, you don't really know which one to shop at, so you just kind of look around and scope out which one has better prices or better books or the styles that you want. So now I'm going to start with the inking with this brush pen. The fine tip is beautiful for fine thin lines, and then I can just really maximize the spread of the brush tip to shade in everything, as well as just giving me nice bold thick lines for this. I think it works pretty solid. I wish it was a little bit drier. I had another one that was dry to do more fading techniques on the shading, because I think Jay Lee has a little bit more of that technique applied than me just using straight blacks. But yeah, the artist alley in this section though is just amazing. These people are phenomenal artists, from those who are just beginning or starting off with their booth, and to the pros who are signing and just releasing all their fantastic work. And for, I think, a pretty affordable price too. So this will keep you busy. I love it. Hopefully I'll be here soon. And now for inking the stuff that drives me insane with this one drawing. I wanted to have like the wind blowing and stuff because the car was like just came back and screeched to a halt and has flames still, you know, around the tires. But I also wanted the wind blowing the cords and kind of showing the coat being blown in the wind. That's what I'm doing here, is I'm creating those details. Now you can see me kind of brushing in these lines, trying to mimic Jay Lee's style a little bit. I don't think I'm doing a great job, but it's definitely fun, and it looks, you know, it comes out great. By this time next year, I hope to have enough of these drawings like this one here of Doc Brown and Marty McFly in my portfolio to go to the artist alley and present things for people to purchase and get to know my art style. So there's a lot of work to be done, but I'm excited to do it. And seeing like people here like Larry Houston, who did the X-Men and stuff, this is so cool to just get to meet them and hang out. Now we move over to the anime area, which is smaller, and like before, the anime area didn't have much in the other place. This one definitely doesn't have it either. So there's not much to say about it. Now for inking hair, I didn't really have a technique that I took from Jay Lee's style. I was just going with my own style of technique and just outlining it with thin and thick lines. And then, of course, just drawing Marty. And then sitting in the DeLorean, holding onto his hoverboard, looking all cool. That's good old Marty. Let's move on to some of the other cool things in the con. The stores and clothing and costumes that they can help you get fitted for. Also, there's a Star Trek little area and Star Wars area, which is always cool to go talk to people who are super fans of these sci-fi themes. I'm a big sci-fi fan myself. Like these shoes, I wish I had these shoes that he has. You know, those electric Velcro self-tying shoes or whatever they're called. Now on to shading and outlining the DeLorean, one of the coolest cars ever. I'm sure you agree. I wish they would recreate it into like a newer, safer model for us today. But I always like the toy. I always like to have a toy. And the convention actually had a toy section, toys and collectibles area, which was really big. But I wouldn't say they're all toys and collectibles in that section. But you can see here, it's pretty large, and you can get pretty much anything that you want. This is a really cool area that everybody likes looking at because it's really cool models of all the universes that we enjoy. And if you get hungry and exhausted, you can go out there and get a food truck and get any kind of, not any kind, but a good variety of food and sit out here and eat, or you can take it indoors. I'm not sure if they have beers there. I'm pretty sure that they do, but I can't promise. But for the DeLorean, if they just recreate it, I think everybody would buy it. That of the bone car with doors going up, and you know, there's just something about it nostalgic. Now to finish filling in all the blacks and shadows on the image, mainly the car and a little bit on Marty, and then I think I'm pretty much done. And this was a lot of fun because it's really exploring clean lines with a lot of deep shadows. And that's it. Now for the final main stage. This is what a lot of people in the cons enjoy because you have your famous actors and creatives on stage announcing cool projects to come. This was terrifying. Teletubbies was awfully horrible experience, but children seem to like it, so good for them. These things creep me out, man. But yeah. Alright, so that was the 2024 LA Comic Con review. Hopefully it was helpful to see all the different spots and the things that you can do in the Comic Con if you're going to go. I highly recommend you going. If you're an artist and you're looking to get a booth at the Artist Alley, hopefully that showed you a little bit of what you should expect. Also give you confidence that your artwork and your skill is worthy, that you should just need to get the portfolio, go out there and do a booth. I myself will be working towards that for next year, as well as all the other cons. Maybe I'll do more reviews like this. If you enjoyed the drawing, let's see what the drawing came out to be. Cool, so that was my drawing. I enjoyed it. I think it just, I mean, it was hard to do Jay Lee style because his stuff just flows out and it's beautiful. Definitely check out his artwork because he's amazing. But I really enjoyed this just because it was like a scene that always stuck in my head as a kid from Back to the Future when, you know, Marty McFly gets in the car and everything, and there's these flames from the DeLorean, and you know, Doc Brown just shocked in the wind. And I think this just stands as a, you know, nostalgia drawing for me. But if you liked it, please like and subscribe to the channel. If you want to join some other artists, or if you're a beginner or even professional, join the Discord, chat, help, get tips and tricks, and just share your work. And we all love just meeting new people. It's a very non-toxic, great place to be. So join that. Link is down below. As well as follow me on Instagram. And yeah, you can support me on Patreon too if you want to do that. But thank you guys for watching. I hope it was very helpful. And if you're a creative, go create.